Welcome to the Fit with Dave podcast.
And they call that a runner's high. I don't think I've ever felt that high before.
Most definitely.
It always feels like a runner's low to me. So tell me, what's your favorite Brooks shoe to run in right now?
The Hyperion Max, that's what I like. You're running a 10K or further, and you want something that's a little bit lighter and a little bit more faster, yes. If a new runner just get in and just want a shoe but don't know a distance, I would say the Brooks Ghost. How did you get out of that dark place?
I gave myself other things to do, and it's funny, I actually started like this podcast and things because of that. And and another reason I started was because my mom, she passed last December. One of the best things she ever did for us as a family was record herself. And, you know, that's your legacy. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Fit with Dave podcast. Excited to be here with one of my good homies. We've been knowing each other for a minute. We've done a lot of fitness stuff together, and finally tracked him down to get him on here today. So got a treat for you. This dude is he's a father. He's a fitness enthusiast. He's a Brooks sponsored runner. He's a content creator, and he's just an overall, good human being, good dude. So welcome to the Fit with Dave podcast, Quinn. How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing good. Appreciate you for having me, and thank you for saying them kind words. But it's been a while since we've known each other.
I know, man. I moved away to Nebraska, and it's just cool to see the growth, man, and see what you've been able to do over the past, 5 or 6 years, man. And I know you always had that creative, spirit, creative energy, and just to see you, put that out, and it being well received, and then you getting blessed with these opportunities, man. It's really, really cool to see you kind of living your dream. So yeah, man, just tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Where are you from? Are you from DFW?
So I'm originally from Louisiana, but I grew up here, so basically say I'm from here. Moved away for a little bit for college and came back, and been in Louisville ever since. So I guess since 2015.
Okay.
So been in Louisville.
So did you move here because of the hurricane or something, or was it before that?
It was actually maybe like 3-4 months before that happened.
Wow.
But so I'm from North Louisiana, so Monroe.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't get the floods. We got the people coming from New Orleans and down south there. So it wasn't necessarily like the floods and stuff like that. It was just more people coming. And then when I came here, so oddly enough, 2 of my best friends still to this day are from Louisiana. So they moved up here, went to elementary, went to middle school, went to high school together, and still friends to this day.
Oh, dang, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So was it planned that way, or it just kind of happened?
No, so we didn't know each other in Louisiana. We just all kind of moved here and kind of experienced the same thing, and we've just been friends ever since. But they actually stayed in New Orleans, so their house was like completely gone and everything.
Wow.
And like I say, we had moved like months prior to that. So, but yeah, we all kind of stuck together.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
That's good. So right before I left Nebraska, man, you had a little baby girl, man. How was the the process of being a dad, man? How did that change your life, man? What did that do for you?
Man, being a dad is the best thing, that could happen to me, I'll say. It gave me purpose. It gave me a drive to just get up every day. And I don't know if it's just having kids, but I know having a girl is just like it's just something else, man. So and she knows it too. So it's like I be trying to be mean, not mean, but like stern and like put my foot down, but like I just sometimes I can't. So, but no, it's good, man. Yeah, she just turned 6 in December. We actually was on a cruise for her birthday and Christmas,
Mm,
so she got to experience that, and it's been really fun.
that's good, man. She looks adorable. So
Yeah,
congrats on that, man.
thank you.
So yeah, man. So tell us about this Brooks sponsorship, man. So how did that come about? What did you do to attract that sponsorship, and like maybe give us a little bit of insight on how it went down.
Yeah, so man, back in like 2016, I had doing the Herbalife thing, getting into fitness. Side note, that's where me and you met, in Herbalife. Um, so just started running, man. I just wanted to feel better. Started with a half a mile around the neighborhood, then to a mile, then eventually a 5K, and my first half marathon in Austin. And I was like, man, I really like what running has to offer, from the mental health to the fitness to the people. So
Mm.
I just started posting the journey on Snapchat and Instagram, and somebody from behind the brand sent me this link to say, "Hey, we think you'll be perfect for this partnership." And so I just filled it out, not thinking nothing of it. And I got an email in 2019 December. They were trying to reach me, but I had just filled. When you fill stuff out, you put like a false email or like an email you don't use. So like I had just randomly checked it one day, and I had like 6 emails from them trying to reach me and contact me. It's like, oh shoot! So let me send
Wow.
over my information, and that was in 2019, and I've been with them ever since.
Wow. Wow. So like at that time, how many like followers did you have on, I don't know, Instagram?
Oh man, I had probably like no more than 2,000, maybe.
Wow. So I think,
Yeah,
yeah, because your videos have always just been really good. I don't know. I've always
yeah,
noticed that you always had cool content. So I think they just saw that potential, and
yeah.
then you
No,
just being
I.
able to,
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, and you being able to be consistent, I think plays a big part in it.
Yeah, because I would get on like Instagram or YouTube and just try to watch something to motivate me to get out the door. And I was like, well, it's because that's hard. So I was like, well, let me just create from my point of view, and I just started putting it out there, and people started to notice. I would even see people in the neighborhoods. They'll write me on Facebook like, "Hey, I see you running," or
Hmm.
just whatever. And I just kept going with that, and it's just the gratitude. When you put in the work, and nobody's around, but then you get a text message and say, "Hey, I saw you running over there," or "I see you doing your thing." Like that is what helps me keep going.
Hmm. So you talked a little bit about mental health. So what does running do for you? What does that mean to you?
Man, it's like an escape. Like I tell people that, and like people that's not runners, they don't understand. Like when I say I run for peace, it was like, how do you run for peace? But it's like when you go with no headphones and you just zone
Mm.
out, and like cars is passing, wind is blowing by your ears, birds chirping, like that is just like calmness for me. And you kind of like lose focus of like you actually running, and you just release everything that you've been dealing with for the week or everything that's going
Hmm.
on. So
Yeah, they call that a runner's high. I don't think I've ever felt that high before. So
yeah, most
it
definitely.
always feels like a runner's low to me, but
Yeah, it
but
definitely
man,
put. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say it inspires me, man. I've actually been thinking. I was like, all right, I've never ran a 5K. I've never ran
Mhm.
that far. I did do a 5K, a mud run one time,
Yeah,
but I didn't. You don't run the whole time. You
right,
kind of
right.
walk and kind of going through stuff or whatever, which is fun. But I was thinking, I was like, man, I'm gonna do a run with Quinn. We're gonna do a 5K. We lived right down the street from each other,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna train for it a little bit. Just kind of work my way up. I can probably do a mile in 7-8 minutes or something like that. But it's that second and third mile, you know, I'll probably run
Yeah.
like a 30 minute 5K right now. So I got to
Hey
get that
man,
down.
you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I think the
But
biggest thing is shoot, just having fun. You know, your first
mhm,
time, just have fun. You know, especially if you go with somebody. Shoot, you could just take it all in, have fun, walk if you have to, just
mhm,
enjoy it.
mhm. Yeah, I didn't ever think of you as like a runner until then I started seeing your videos and stuff. So what was that transition? I mean, you said you started with like half a mile, then you built up to a mile. I mean, were you in school, or did you run track, or did you?
No, well, I ran track. I wasn't very good. I only ran track for football season
Hmm.
since they conditioned. But that was another reason why I started posting the videos and the pictures because like I don't look like your typical runner. So it's
Hmm.
like if I could just show somebody who may look like me, like skin color, you know, black young man, my stature kind of bigger,
Hmm.
that they can do running and enjoy it. That was kind of another reason why I did it too, as far as the social media aspect of it, just to
Yeah, because
show like yeah, you could do
you've
it.
you've always been pretty thick, pretty
Yeah,
husky. So
yep,
you were naturally like pretty stacked. So like, we're in football. Did you play linebacker or what'd you play?
yeah, linebacker and running back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So you played running back. So you got a little run. You had run in you. You
well,
had it in
yeah,
blood.
yeah,
But it was more short distance
right,
bursts rather than the longer
sprinting,
stuff.
yeah, sprinting for sure.
Okay, so let's talk about that because on some of my previous podcasts, I talk about the difference between sprinting. I had a sprint coach on talking about the differences and whatnot. And for me, personally, trying to gain muscle, I feel like sprinting is really good for me versus like more long. Now, I guess a mile or a 5K is still really good because if you're running it correctly and you have the right amount of endurance, you're pretty much running that at a good pace. Like you're running pretty
Yeah,
fast the whole time.
yeah,
Um, but any further than that, I mean, like me thinking about doing a marathon or whatever is like crazy, crazy. But yeah,
yeah.
tell me a little bit about the differences and what maybe like how you might train or what the differences between like sprinting and maybe let's say like intermediate distance and what that does to the body, and how your body
Yeah.
responds.
Yeah, so I definitely say you need both. So you
Mm-hmm.
got to throw some sprinting in there at least once or twice a week because that helps, like you say, build a muscle and your muscle fatigue. So it works on that. So definitely do some sprinting. So sprinting, some hill works, anything that can like tire the muscle out and get the muscle used to like being fatigued and still working, still functioning. I think that plays a part in running longer distances because, like you say, marathon or half marathons, your body is constantly working. So the more that
Mm-hmm.
you can like put it under stress and it allow it time to recover, that's good. Um, and I will say, man, anything over like a 10K, like so 6 miles,
Mm-hmm.
for new runners, it's more mental. So it's like you already know you can run a 5K, but it's like you got to mentally go another 5 more K. So it's like it's just mental. It's a mental battle more than it is a physical. Like yes, it's
Right.
physical, but if your mind is set to do it, I think you can go further than you think you can.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So tell me, what are you running a 5K in right now?
Oh
What's
man,
your time?
I'm slow right now.
Well, I know you're
Uh,
working your way back from the
yeah.
injury, so maybe pre injury. What were you running in the 5K?
Uh, so I never been a speed guy, so probably like 25 minutes, 22 minutes, somewhere around
Mm-hmm.
there.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I love the longer miles because it's like you can kind of set that pace and kind of build
Mm.
on each mile, and I can kind of work off of that.
So you're just so between like a 5K and a 10K, are you still keeping about the same per mile pace, or is it like how much different is there per mile pace from a 5K and a
Yeah,
10K?
yeah. So like, for example, so like a 5K, you may run on average like 7 minutes per mile, but on a
Mm-hmm.
10K, you might run like 7:58 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
on average, and then for new runners, like a half marathon, you want to be around like 11, like 10, 11 minutes, and then kind of about that same for a marathon as well.
Mm-hmm.
But
Man,
again, everybody's different, so it could be faster or slower or whatever.
of course. Yeah, I mean, you can
Yeah,
sprint and not be fast.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like, it's just whatever your body can put out,
yeah.
and
But
exert.
that's where that also like strength training. So getting in the gym, doing some band work or some weights, that
Mm-hmm.
also plays a part in it as well.
Mm-hmm. So do you mix in like a lot of different other types of cardio, or you just stick with running? I mean, you talk about weight training and stuff like
Hmm.
that, but do you do bike? Do you do anything
Yeah.
else to kind of switch it up?
So right now I just moved, so I don't have my bike here. But yeah, I cycle. When I cycle, I do probably about 50 miles in each session. I swim, I run,
Wow.
then also strength training as well. So I kind of mix it up to like throw different things in my body so I don't know how to react to it. And I also do trail running. So
Oh
you're out
yeah,
there
nice.
in the woods by yourself, and you just going.
Heck yeah, dude. Have you been to the lakeside over here? Real close to you. There's the trails right by Grapevine Lake.
Oh yeah, so I did a 50K. It's called Rockledge Rumble, and we it's around that lake.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah. Okay. I haven't been all the way around the lake,
Yeah, yeah,
but dang,
yeah.
that's what's up. But yeah, there's a really nice trails down by that community, Lakeside community, right off
Uh-huh.
2499, and right back in there. There's some really nice trails, bro. Maybe we should hit some trails one of
Yeah,
these days on like a Sunday or something.
yeah. Let's do it,
Be
man. Like
fun.
I say, I'm all for it. The only thing, so this is funny. So when I was running the 50K around the lake, the Rockledge Rumble, my headphones died. Well, I usually don't run with headphones, but that time they died. So like when you're by yourself and stuff be scurrying through the grass and stuff, like you don't know what it is. So that was my motivation
Yeah.
to keep going. It's just like I don't want to stop because I don't know, I don't know what's out here.
Yeah, a lot of critters out there, man. Shoot, was it
Yeah.
dark? Was it
No,
dark
so
outside?
we started at 5:30 in the morning, so we were running into the
Mm.
sunlight.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
man, that's early. That's
yeah.
early. So tell me, what's your favorite Brooks shoe to run in right now? Like, let's just say you're just running on concrete.
Uh, Whatever I can find. Nah,
Yeah,
I would
it doesn't
say,
matter. You
yeah.
just throw some shoes on. You
So
like
right
all the
now
Brooks shoes?
they have what's called the Hyperion Max. That's what I like. The Hyperion
Hyperion
Max.
Max.
Yeah.
So you'd recommend that to like a new runner, like someone trying to get into the game a little bit?
I would say if you're running a 10K or further and you want something that's a little bit lighter and a little bit more faster, yes. If a new runner just getting in, they just want a shoe but don't know a distance, I would say the Brooks Ghost. That's what I would
Brooks
go with.
Ghost.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. I need to get me some, man. I need to go get me some running shoes. I don't have like any run. I don't really
And
run, bro, like that. I try to. I try to
yeah.
here and there. I do some sprints or whatnot.
What
But
size
I
are
need to
you?
get some better shoes. Like a 9.5,
Oh man,
something like that.
for
What?
sure, man. I'm the same size, so it's like
Oh,
if
for
I
real?
come across something, yeah, I can definitely look out for you.
Shit, yeah, yeah. Let me know, man,
Yeah.
if you come see a good deal or something. Because you still work at you worked at the shoe shop, right? Before, do you still work there?
No, I don't work there, but we get a discount. So
Oh, okay.
just got my lady a pair last 2 weekends ago. So she got some brand new ones.
And how can someone like follow you? Maybe YouTube handle, Instagram.
Oh yeah, all social media platforms is just my name, Quinn Jensen. So just make it easy. Q
Can you
U
spell
I
it out?
N, yeah, QuinJenson. So
No.
YouTube, yeah, no spaces. YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, shoot, anything, any social media.
Everything. You got that one
Yeah,
unlocked.
yeah,
That's what's up, man. So
yeah.
what's the next step for you, brother? What's the next move? I mean, you got any what's next?
So man, I got, of course, races coming up. I got some brand deals in the work. So that's pretty fun to look forward to. But other than that, man, just still doing the deal, being the dad, being the best version of myself I can every day, and that's pretty much it.
Heck yeah, man. So you're coming back from that injury that you had. Can you just tell us a little bit about that real quick? What happened and how has the recovery been? How long has the recovery been? How
Man,
has that been for you?
so this was my first surgery that I had back in 2022. Yes. So I tore my meniscus in high school, 2013. Just rehabbed it, and then in 2013 I tore it, rehabbed it, Houston Marathon. And I sat
Mm,
down after that marathon and I couldn't get up and I knew something was wrong. Didn't think nothing of it. Went to play, so that was in January. In June, I went to play basketball, stepped wrong, and tore it like completely. So from that August is when I started doing any kind of work, any kind of surgery, anything. So from August to September, I couldn't walk on my own. I had to wear a brace. Um, the
mm,
crutches and everything.
mm,
So that was September, and then November is when I could actually walk on my own or under my own strength. But the thing they don't tell you about injuries is the mental side of it. So like, yeah, I went through the
mm.
surgery, everything went well. I was able to walk, but just getting back to normal life, as I knew it, that was the
Yep.
thing that was just like, man, because it's like, like little simple things like sitting down and standing up or like putting your shoe on, like little things. It's like, I know I could do this, but it just took some getting used to. So, yeah, definitely
Yeah,
that mental side of it.
man. Because not only is it a passion of yours, to get out there and get running. So that was stripped away, you know. But also as men, anytime we got any type of we're not feeling good, we just hate it, you know.
Yep,
We could have a little stuffy nose and we're just like, man, I'm not going outside today, you know. It's
yep,
like
yep. Yeah, man.
so
And the thing too is like, I had just, so the content creator stuff started for me in 2020.
mhm,
So I had just started to hit my stride and then I got hurt. So I had
mm,
all these like cool brand deals that I could have did that was good money that I had to pass it up or I had to like say no, I can't do it or I couldn't go because I was hurt.
mm,
And that even played more on the mental because it's like I already can't walk and do anything. I can't go to work anywhere. And then the work that I knew I could do at home, I can't do that either. So yeah, it was tough.
man. And so uh each time that you've gotten hurt, I mean, do you feel like that it in the end, like, did it help you like come back better, come back stronger? Were you able to rehab in a way where you feel like you're coming back more, I don't know, balanced or more, anything like that, or is it kind of nagging still?
So my knee is still kind of nags here and there, but I would say the gratitude and appreciation to do those things, like to tie your shoe, to just get up and walk to the kitchen. Like I think
Mm.
looking back, now that I'm able to move around comfortably, like I have an appreciation for doing little things.
just
So
just
yeah,
normal stuff.
man, yeah. So I think that more so, and then I don't take the training for granted. Like when I was hurt, I wanted to be out there and train. So now when I'm like, I don't really want to go or whatever, it's like, no, because there's some people that's out there that are wishing that they could go and they can't. So just the
Mm.
appreciation for things.
Exactly, man. I say that all the time because I try to catch myself from saying I hate running. I don't tell myself that anymore because there's a lot of people that wish they could run, and if I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't run, I would not be saying that.
Right.
It's the fact that whenever you could run, but you don't, and you say
Mm-hmm.
that you hate it, I think that's not good to tell
Yep.
yourself that, because there's a bunch of people that would pay any price to be able to run and feel that breeze
Yep.
and to have that mental break that you were talking about. And they don't even have the ability to do that,
Yes,
and
sir.
or they have the ability, or well, okay, there's certain people that have the ability and they choose not to. And
Right.
then those people that, they are in a wheelchair and they would do anything to be
Mm-hmm.
able to do that.
Yeah.
And, I can relate to you a little bit. I went through a pretty gnarly back injury. I don't know. I didn't even go to the doctor. I just rehabbed it myself in my apartment, but
Oh,
I think it was
man.
a slip disc or pinched nerve or
Ah.
something. I had nerve pain and I couldn't do a sit up. I couldn't bend over, tie my shoes. I couldn't sit down or get up right. You know what I'm saying? For like 2
Yeah.
months. And I recently, January, really honestly, maybe just a week or two ago, was able to actually start training again, like fully. And so it's
What?
interesting, man. You go to a dark place.
Yeah. No. So, how did you get out of that?
Well, I looked up a whole bunch of videos on YouTube on how to,
Yeah.
just over recover from a back injury. So I've known some exercises, but also I realized too that I was flexing my back too much. I was trying to keep it in a neutral position for a while so it could heal. So I wasn't doing
Yeah.
too much of like stretching. Actually, after a while, I was like, okay, I'm going to do more core strength, glute strength stuff that I
Mm-hmm.
don't have to flex my or bend my spine so much.
Yeah.
And that really, really helped. I think some people, when they have a back injury, they do all these twists and they do all this stuff. And they're like, oh. And then some people, like, they bring their knee up and turn. And I'm like, ugh, like
Yeah.
that doesn't help. But yeah, man, a combination to an ice bath, bro.
Yeah.
Whew,
Yeah.
life
Yeah.
changer, bro. I did my first one a couple weeks
The-
ago because it was still nagging. And I was like,
uh-huh.
bro, I was getting irritated. I was like, dude, it's like almost gone, but it's not. And
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just going to sit in this tub for as long as I can, about 3 minutes or so.
Mm-hmm.
And the next day, woke up feeling 10 times
Yeah.
better.
That's what's up, man. Yeah.
So
How
I'm feeling pretty
how
good
do you?
now.
So now that you're feeling better, how did you get out of that dark place? Like you said, you went to a dark place.
Well, what I did was I gave myself something else to do because I couldn't really work out, and it sucked too because I was in November. I was feeling so good, and I was training really hard, and I ended up tweaking my back just a little bit in the gym, and then
Yeah.
at work, being a roofer, I had to move a whole bunch of pallets of shingles. And then I
Yeah.
went back to the gym the next day and it just kept
Ah.
getting worse. And then every time I was like feeling it, then it was like, oh man, we got to move these pallets. And so it was like, I would be moving shingles and like knowing I shouldn't be doing it, but I didn't really have
Right.
a choice.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So I had to get it done. And it would just kept getting worse and worse to where, by the end of November, I was
It's too
toast,
bad.
man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I gave myself other things to do, and it's funny. I actually started like this podcast and things because of that. I needed to give myself something else to do and put my mind on, to put some energy towards.
Yeah.
And another reason I started was because my mom, when she passed away last December 2nd, and she one of the best things she ever did for us as a family was record herself. And so
Mm.
I can still hear her voice if I want to right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people have that. I can think of people right off the top of my head. I just wish I could hear a conversation that they had with,
Man.
or a song. That's what my mom, she recorded music, and I just inherited her guitar over here. That's mine right there. Um, but yeah, like just being able to record and that's your legacy, really. I mean, at the end of
Yeah.
the day, when you pass away, I mean, the information or the knowledge or the life experiences, the stuff that you have, I mean, that you can share with the world, I mean, that's what lives on whenever you're gone. As long as
Right.
the world stays, kind of how it is today.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I did, man. I just picked up a couple new hobbies. I spent a lot of time by myself and just reading and reflecting and thinking. And I think it really, like I was asking you, I mean, I feel like I came out of that. I'm much more flexible. My hips,
Mm-hmm.
I'm way more flexible. So I know I'm going to come back stronger because my hips have always been super, super tight. And
Yeah.
now, dude, it's crazy how flexible I am now. It's insane. Because
Yeah.
once I built up the strength back, I started doing more and more stretching and flexibility or hip mobility and stuff like that. And so my squats and lunge and everything like that is going to just be that much better.
That's what's up, man.
So yeah, I'm easing my way back in. I'm 36. I'll be 36 this year. So I'm getting
Yeah.
old, man. So I'm what I don't want to do is be like, oh yeah, I'm feeling it, and just start doing crazy stuff again,
Right.
muscle ups. Because I'm starting to look. I was looking at the bar the other day. I was like, man, I could do a couple muscle ups right now. And I was like, nah, I'm just gonna
Don't
wait.
do
I
it.
just
Yeah.
just a little because I'm
Yep.
feeling so good. Once you get back, you feel like, oh man, I want to go out there. You want to run a freaking marathon now, right? You're like,
Yeah.
but you might not be ready for that.
Right. Yeah.
you know, you got
Man,
to
I already
hold
know.
yourself back.
I'll be like,
Yep.
man, like I be having these deals like, hey, you could run a marathon, you can run a half. And in my mind, oh yeah, let's do it. But then when I go outside and I run, like, yeah, nah, probably not.
Not 100% just
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
That's good. So when do you think you'll be 100?
Man, so honestly my girlfriend been kicking my butt. So she been really pushing me to like stop because you have an injury, you kind of like favor it and kind of baby it. So she's
Yeah.
been really pushing me to like actually like trust the surgery went well and pushing me. So I'd say probably by this summer at least.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
So
It takes a while with knees and stuff. I mean, you got to give it time.
yeah,
You got to give it time. Well, hey, man, I'll let you get on with your day, bro. But hey, man, thanks for popping on and taking the time out. Once again, follow Quinn at Quinn Jensen on all social media platforms. And yeah, bro, thanks again for popping in, and we'll catch up soon, man. Let's go for a run, and maybe a lift like that
yes
gym
sir.
that you were just at. That's right down the street, man. So I'll pay for a day pass or whatever.
Yeah. Oh
Get
man,
in
it's
there.
free. Yeah, come check it out, man.
Heck yeah,
For sure. Thank you
heck
for
yeah.
having me,
No,
man.
yeah, most definitely, brother. We'll be in touch. Talk soon.
For sure. All right. Peace.
All right, peace, bro.